Yeah. All right. So first and foremost, fly, Eagles, fly. That'll be to the day that I die. Shout outs to everybody in South Jersey. Shout outs to the entire Jersey period. You know I'm Jersey Murf. I rep the entire Jersey. Shout outs to everybody in Philly. The entire Philly, of course. South Philly, what up? Elkton, Maryland, Delaware, Newcastle, of course. Christiana, Newark, and the whole nine. Big shout outs to Wilmington, right? So a lot of clarity that we already had established here on the channel for the past, 6 out of 7 weeks. We knew how this was going to go. It was a foregone conclusion. But what do? You don't punt on the season because anything is possible. But that would have to have been, right, a complete miracle if you can just see the way the team finished the season, right? And I'm talking about the literal last game, completely horrible. Shout outs to Tampa Bay, right? They gave us that prison loving. They took us out in the back like old Yeller, right? Actually, what happened to old Yeller? I forget. Was it old Yeller or Lassie, right? One of them shits, right? One of them dogs got taken out to the back, and that's exactly what Tampa did to the Philadelphia Eagles. So shout outs to the entire staff there. Big love to my man Todd Bowles, right? Another Jersey cat right there. Todd Bowles with that aggressive ass blitzing style that I want to play out here in Philadelphia. That's why we need Wink Martindale, right? Another cat who plays that same exact style. We need the players. We need the coaches, right? They need to really have a look within themselves. I'm talking about the management, everything, right? For sure. No doubt about that, right? But let me address something right quick because I know some people are here waiting for that, right? They want to humble the cocky Eagles guy. So all of a sudden, off of one video, right? Look, 10, nearly 11 years into my career, I'm now the cocky Eagles guy. From one video that most people didn't even watch. They watched they looked at the thumbnail. I had quite a few people say they didn't watch the video. They just looked at the thumbnail and then they heard me laugh and open up the drawing, right? They didn't actually hear me say, like, we suck. There's no ifs, ands about it, right? Philadelphia Eagles suck. It's plain to see. We lost 6 out of the last 7 games. We were not firing on any cylinders. I'm talking about offense, defense, special teams, none of that shit, right? But listen, I was addressing people who were harassing me. They were harassing me for the past 6 weeks, and I'm talking about Dallas Cowgirls fans harassing me, right, over a regular season game. So my point with that video was to say, damn, we suck, all this and that. You rode us for the last 6 weeks completely harassing me on shit that ain't had nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys, and you couldn't do anything with it. 30 years in a row. The last time you won a damn Super Bowl, motherfuckers was doing the butterfly and shit, right? You was Tootsie rolling, butterfly and all that shit. Like, come on, fam. That's what I was talking about. It's about the playoffs. It's about the Super Bowl. 30 wins in a row. Straight losers mentality, right? To be talking about a regular season game, knowing your team hadn't won in 30 years, talking about shit that happened 30 years ago, talking about 5 rings and shit that a lot of you people weren't even alive for. That's the only thing I was talking about, right? I'm the guy that gives respects to the opponent. I'm the guy that played and will always give respect to the other team. That's how I built what I built here in my brand, right? It's a neutral brand for the most part. But of course, people see a thumbnail and all that. So it's all good. It's all fun. It's all in jest, whatever like that. So, man, well, fuck y'all anyway. You know what I mean? But listen, we move on past that too. Same shit, right? Can't tackle. Players don't know where to be at, right, in combination coverage. I mean, you talk about wide open players. They dropped quite a few passes where people were straight up wide open. It could have been even worse. Can't cover. Don't have the horses to actually play that aggressive style defense, at least right now, right? Going to need a roster overhaul. Going to need a coaching roster overhaul. It's going to need to be blown up, man, right? People will call it panicking and all that. Well, shit, to me, you panic putting Matt Patricia at the helm when Sean Desai was just in his first season. That's a panic move. That's a pussy move, in my opinion, right? Because then you blame Sean Desai for some shit that's really not his fault. Because if you can see there, Matt Patricia was worse. So obviously the onus will fall on the players. You got to get the players in there. Ton of injuries, no doubt about that, but we don't make excuses up on this channel. Next man up. You went out and get Kevin Byard, You went out and got Brad Roby and all these guys like that. These guys turned out to not be difference makers at all. If anything, you know what I mean, they were average at best. Average as par. The linebacker play, guys can't cover, of course. Guys struggling to tackle. Man, Zach Cunningham struggling to tackle in this game. Right? We know Nicholas Morrow can't tackle that well, right? He's supposed to be the cover guy, according to some people. He can't cover. You know what I'm saying? Your man's out there trying to get organic pressure at the very least to try to help guys on the back end and send more guys to the back end to be able to cover. Shit ain't working. Nothing, you didn't have any answers. There were no answers for anything thrown at the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a blow-up job, baby. That's a blow-up job. I hate to break it to people. You can't run that back. A lot of shit has to change right there. There are some nice pieces in place already as far as young players go. But, man, you sold out for this year and the previous year with veterans. Probably won't be around anymore. Veterans you probably shouldn't have re-signed in the first place, but you were trying to go with a veteran presence to ensure that you gave yourself the best shot to win this year. Guys injured like Reed Blankenship. It feels like every other game Reed Blankenship was hurt. Every other series and shit like that. Gotta have guys who can answer the bell. On offense. Matter of fact, check this out. Look at this. I have to address this real quick, right? This is what I'm talking about with a loser's mentality with Cowgirls fans, right? This dude came to that last video, right, bragging, right, after his team lost in the playoffs for the 30th straight year, talking about his team only lost by 16 and the Eagles lost by 23. The fuck out of here, man. What type of goofy shit is that? Dude, you lost. You haven't won a Super Bowl in 30-something years, and you talking about that your team didn't lose as bad? You lost, man. The fuck don't you understand about football? That's what I'm talking about, man. Way too many casual fans in that fan base there. It's not a real fan base, dude. It's just a bunch of people who like just to be on the internet, right? Or they like the attention and shit like the Cowgirls get. Cool. Don't bring that shit around here, man. That's some goofy shit right there. I don't give a fuck how many points if you lost by 2 points. You know what I mean? That shit wouldn't matter. You're bragging about a regular season win and your team hadn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years, bro. We didn't even got to a Super Bowl. At least we were in the Super Bowl last year. We won a Super Bowl the past handful of years or whatever like that as well. So we'll see what's cracking in the future there. But we already know what's cracking for you guys. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's why you should shut the fuck up until the next regular season. And as soon as the regular season ends, shut the fuck up when the playoff begins. That is all. Now look, what is going on right here, right? Got to get rid of this scheme no matter what you got to do, right? Coach Johnson, man, I hate it for the dude. I feel like he was sabotaged by Coach Sirianni. I would like to see Sirianni gone. I would like to see Coach Johnson gone. I would like to see Matt Patricia gone. I want to see Desai gone. I want both of those schemes to change. I never want to see that damn goofy-ass Vic Fangio scheme ever again in Philadelphia, and I definitely don't want to see what the hell this shit is right here. Where are the built-in hots? Why is everything to a certain spot? Why not have something on the go or on the move? Where's the motion where's the perpetual motion, right? The kinetic motion that would get you somewhere to where you force somebody to really have to do some shit instead of just some regular bullshit like this, right? You throw some shit like that right there, people, they're already on it. And they're rushing about 105 people. My man Jalen Hurts had to have seen about 9 people per snap come in there. And then they just roll to the sticks, make sure they know you're going to go to the sticks. You're going to play right into their hand right there. Nothing you can do. They're not worried about Quez Watkins right here on a bow out. They're worried about guarding the sticks right there. And they know by the time you get to where they're at right there, you're going to be heated up because they're going to have 1 or 2 guys free. You can't get anything on the move, make somebody break a tackle or something? That's the best you could come up with is this bullshit right there? What about right here? Where's the replays? Right? You got all these guys coming. They zeroed this shit out. It's zeroed out. There's nothing back here. There's not, but everybody's running to the spot. Nobody's working back to the inside. You know it's cleared out right there. Why isn't there nobody working a pivot, a jerk route, or something to get right back to the inside, dart route, something to get right here where it's cleared out at? Come on, man. Coach Sirianni came from an offensive background. How, Sway? This shit is goofy, man. Then you have to just do some shit. What is this right here? Same deal right here. They're dropping people off and everything. But, like, come on, man. You're dropping linemen off. You can't have a beater, like a sight adjust, where you guys are on the same page. We're like, yo, I'm gonna find this portion of the zone, period, right? Especially when you got guys dropping off that are edge players and defensive tackles and shit like that. You can't find a spot in the zone, right? This is on everybody. You're going to have to put my man Jalen Hurts in it too. You're going to have to put the wide receivers in it. You're going to have to put the coaches in it. They're not having these guys prepared, man. This shit is ridiculous, man. This was an epic collapse. An epic collapse, man. I don't even want to see this fucking game ever again. I'm not going to lie. Don't ask me to do nothing on this game right here. We're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into the personnel. We're going to get right into the coaching, right? All my people out there. That's what we're going to be worried about, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, congratulations to the Tampa Bay. It's late as hell too, right? You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't say that I ain't that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm that ninja. Right? I will always be around, and I have no trouble, you know what I'm saying, facing the music or whatever if I got to do that. I'll walk the plank. It is what it is, right? But yeah, man, I feel, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel good about this one at all. This leaves a sour taste in my mouth, how they made this entire shit look, right? You got just rolling over in their grave, right? You know what I'm saying? People that, you know what I'm saying, fought real hard for this franchise is rolling over in their graves, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. I want to know how the people out there feel, man. If you did wake up tomorrow morning and they say Coach Sirianni was fired, how would you feel? I'd be like, shit, good. Let's get somebody who can call their own plays and can put the team on their back if necessary, right? Let's get Todd Monken from the Baltimore Ravens, right? When if you want to go defense, go get Mike McDonald from the Baltimore Ravens, man, right? Let's have it be to where one unit is led by one voice, and that person right there won't pass the buck. He's not stuck on stupid. He's not having to be like, oh, Coach Steichen, can you save me? Or I don't have an answer. This Coach Johnson, he's doing it, but I'm calling the plays, and I have a headset and a fucking playbook in my hand walking around. Last year seems like smoke and mirrors because this year seems more like the previous year, the first year. I know you made the playoffs for all 3 years, right? That's cool. Made it to the Super Bowl. That's very commendable there. That's why it makes it a little hard to say a guy should be fired a year after making a Super Bowl. But if you factor in the previous season and you factor in how this season looks, those coordinators are gone. Was he leaning on those coordinators? Clearly, he was leaning on those coordinators. So if they were the linchpin in the entire thing, you need to go out and find yourself another linchpin, or he better hit it like a motherfucker on an OC hire to where somebody comes in and it's their shit. He doesn't even have a headset on. He's just a cheerleading CEO type, right? He better hit that shit on defense because it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We don't play that soft shit out here, right? In Jersey and Philly and Delaware, Elkton, Maryland, you know what I mean? Out. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how we do it out here. We got to play much better defense than this. Where's the tackling at? Can't fucking tackle? Can't sight adjust on offense? Little baby shit like that? Come on, man. This shit is... All right, man. So it is what it is, man. Go ahead and light your boy up. I know what you're here for, right? You know what's funny, though? All these people was talking. A lot of these motherfuckers don't even say who their team is, right? I better not hear shit from no Cowgirls fans. Better not hear shit from no 40 Winers fans. You dudes the same boat as Dallas. Why are you bragging about a regular season win? You're cool. You beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We suck. Cool. Can you win a Super Bowl? Isn't that the goal? Win a Super Bowl and then talk. Don't be regular season braggarts, man. This shit is corny, right? Straight up, all right? It is what it is, man. Like I said before, fly, Eagles, fly. 2024. You already know what time it is, man. They're gonna get that shit right, man. Even if they gotta replace Howie Roseman, right? If they gotta bring somebody in and draft in the draft, so it just needs to feel. They need to hit on this shit, man. This is gonna be pivotal. You talk about potentially replacing like a few Hall of Famers, like, you know what I mean? Definitely guys in the Eagles Hall of Fame, but NFL Hall of Famer, at least one of them. So what are we gonna do, all right? Boy, Jersey Murf, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Much love to everybody this season that supported. My first year doing Philadelphia Eagles content, man, I think it was actually pretty successful. So we'll see moving forward there. There's going to have to be some changes on the channel as far as what I cover. And, yeah, we'll see how that shakes out, man. I'll keep you guys tuned. All right, Jersey Murf in the building, man. Salute to everybody out there. I hate it, though, and you know that, right? What more can I say? Top Billin.